This is a saddle by Zaldi called the Mot that I purchased from Joanne at Dark Horse Saddlery in Alberta. This is the first Zaldi I've owned and I love it. It's really quality made, it's light, close contact, and really comfortable to ride in. This is the catalog picture of the Mot, but the interesting thing about this saddle is how many options you have in configuration of it. So this is just one way that it can look. And this is a picture of this saddle with the options that I chose on it, and I'll describe those in more detail. One thing I don't mention later is that the pommel and cantle height are options as well, and my saddle has a low pommel and a low cantle, so this seat is more shallow. This is the Zaldi Mot that I've just bought for my 4-year-old Andalusian mare, and not all Mots are going to look the same because you essentially build all the bits and pieces together of the saddle that you want. So there's just so many options in this saddle. And this one has a few non-standard options that I needed. So one of them is this strange looking seat, which on first look might kind of scare you off. And it probably would have for me too if I'd seen it in a tack store. But it is exactly what I needed, and I didn't realize till I rode in one and had some good advice from a saddler. So this is their double padded seat, and it's quilted as well. And I needed a softer seat than most dressage saddles give in order to be comfortable, because you can't sit relaxed when you're in pain. So this is a seat that I needed. It's called the County, and you can also get an extra padded without this quilting look, and you can get just a standard seat. This has a built-in knee roll. This is the small knee roll. There's options of larger. There's options of a shorter, higher one. So there's quite a few options in the knee roll, or you can have no knee roll, or you can have a Velcro knee roll under here, and then a flat panel. So there's just all sorts of things that you can do with this saddle. You can also have different stirrup bars in there. This one is a dual position. There's 2 positions that I can change this to. And the other thing that I liked about this one is it's soft. It's attached with nylon there, so you can see that it lays in flat in that little niche for it. So you really, and under this, you really don't feel it at all, which is one of my issues with saddle fit, is feeling the stirrup bar under my thigh, and that causes me discomfort. And then the girth attachment on this one is non-elastic V-billet, and there's a ton of options for your girthing system as well. You can see the tree point here, short tree points. There's from the front. This is a fixed tree, 33 wide, and there's a 9-centimeter gullet in there. You can get all sorts of options in your gullet width as well. So, and you can also get an adjustable tree in this saddle, but I wanted a saddle fit for this horse, and I prefer just to have a fixed tree that fits one horse. This is the underside of this panel, and another option that I have in this saddle is an anatomical cut shoulder. So you can see how the shoulder is cut out here to allow for, particularly for Andalusians with bigger shoulders, to have more space for movement of that muscle. This is a wool-flocked saddle. Other options in it are the latex panels. There's also an adjustable panel option, but this is just the straight wool-flocked. Here's the seat from the top view. It looks bulky, but it really isn't. It's cut away quite nicely through the sides. This saddle also has a 1 centimeter wider tree, a wider waist, and that is cut for the female rider. and I find it very comfortable. Although it looks bigger, it really doesn't feel like it's bigger when you sit on it.
Now I'll show you in the saddle. I am 5 feet 6 inches tall, and this is a 17.5-inch seat, and it's a standard flat length and angle. So I find the room in this to be just about perfect. I've got some room to move. My thigh comes up against the knee block, but I've got room to swing around. I don't find it gets in my way at all. You can see the padding kind of sits in front and behind my seat, as well as the extra padding under, but it doesn't get in the way of my movement. And the leather on the saddle is beautiful, sticky, but you can move. So that is in the saddle.
And now I'll introduce you to our model for today. This is 4-year-old Nina, and she's an Andalusian mare. She's fairly small. She's just under 15 hands, and she's quite short in her back. But the saddle fits nicely in her saddle space, and I will show that to you on her. The saddle was fitted for her. And here's the saddle sitting on her back. It's not girthed down here, and there's nothing under it. But you can see it sits nice and close to her. It's a nice close contact. Fairly slim panels on it. And she's twisted a little funny and it's not girthed down, but you have the idea of what it looks like.